Hey everyone, my name is Kelley Cahoot, and this video today is for catscrappiness.com. Today I'm creating a fall card with this sweet little fox image. It's from Wild Rose Studio and it's called Fox on a Branch. I'm going to use my Stampaholic stamping tool, which you can find at catscrappiness.com, and I'm going to get the image set with the little branch hanging right off the side of the page. I'm going to ink this up with Memento Tuxedo Black ink because I'm going to color it with my Copic markers. So I got the color on once and I'm trying to decide if I want to ink it again. I went ahead and inked it one more time, and I'm going to use my Lawn Fawn stamp chamois just to give the lid and my stamp a good little wipe down. I pulled out my Copic markers. I'm going to start with a little branch. I don't usually follow a lot of the Copic coloring rules. I just make it pleasing to me. If I think it looks cute and the colors look good together, I just go for it. And I Googled a picture of a fox to see, where their colors start and end. There is such a mix of color in a fox. It was hard to decide where to go from there. So I actually used the cover of the stamp as my guide for my coloring. I'm going to start with some dark little colors on the fox, some red browns, and then go into some browns and just highlight and darken some of those little areas. And I'm not going to do a lot of blending. His fur is messy and textured. And there's that little image that I used. He's so cute. I used the Copic markers that I had on hand. I wasn't super worried about, like I said, blending families or anything like that. I just tested them out to see what I thought looked cute on the fox. So use the markers that you have on hand. Just try them out on an image and see how that works. I'm going to turn on some music and you can watch the rest of this little fox being colored. Next, I take a super fine tip black marker and just go through and add some little details to the fox. Some little stray hairs, some little freckles maybe, and I always do this with critters. You know, maybe it's freckles or hair, but you can either use a black pen or a white gel pen is also cute sometimes. Okay, I'm adding the final touches to the little leaves and this little image here. I cut this image out with the Cat Scrappiness embossed mini rope circle dies. And now I'm going to stencil a background for my little fox to set on. I'm just going to use white cardstock, and I'm going to get all this taped down, and I'm going to use distress inks. The yellow shade at the bottom is called Fossilized Amber. The orange shade in the middle is Spiced Marmalade. And then the red shade that I use toward the top is called Ripe Persimmon. And I'm going to get all these down into those leaves and make sure I get the edges. And then I'm going to go back over each one and make sure I have a good blend of each color. Okay, I'm trying to decide how I want my card to face. And I decided that the leaves needed just a little bit of extra detail. So I'm actually going to take my colored pencils and I'm going to just draw on the veins and some extra color and details into those leaves. I used a mustard kind of yellow for the yellow leaves, and then a burnt orange color for the orange, and then a really, really deep dark red over that ripe persimmon. As you can see there, I'm not being super careful or being just real detailed with the veins. I just want to add just a little bit of color there. I'm going to cut this panel out with the Cat Scrappiness mini rope rectangle dies. And I'm just going to add a haze of color with those Distress ink blending tools. I'm not re-dipping it into my ink colors. I'm just using what's already there in the sponge just to give a little haze and a glow over those leaves. For the sentiment piece, I'm using the Gina Marie Stitched Fishtail Banner dies, and I cut that out in vellum. I wanted to be able to see the cute little fox's tail underneath the sentiment. The stamp set that I grabbed is from CC Designs, and it's called Friends Sentiments. And there's so many different possibilities and mixes that you can do with this sentiment set. You can say, you know, for a very special friend. I used for a sweet friend. There's happy birthday to my friend, forever my friend, thinking of you, if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. And there's also several different fonts for the word friend. So I inked that up in VersaFine Black ink, and I stamped that onto my little banner, and now I'm just going to drop some clear embossing powder over the top, and I'm going to heat set that. You could use black embossing powder. I just have better luck with this so I don't get black specks of embossing powder onto my sentiment piece. I use foam tape, and I'm going to pop up the little fox and add him onto the little base there. And I'm going to use adhesive tape for my vellum piece. I'm going to kind of stick that on and give it just a little bit of a crease over the side. And then I'm going to add it down in between the fox piece and the leaf piece. Now these are two autumn mixes from Cat Scrappiness. One is called Autumn Harvest, and the one that I chose to use is called Autumn Mix. And as you can see here in just a second when I start adding these, they're just the perfect autumn colors. I've added the red there to the top, and you can see how well that goes with the red leaves, and an orange color in the center and yellows down below. And I added a little sequin there to my vellum banner to hide a glue dot that I used to make it stay down. And that tool that I'm using is called the Crystal Katana. And I've had another, sequin embellishment tool in the past, and it wouldn't let go of whatever you're trying to stick down. And so this one works like a charm. I chose some burnt orange cardstock for my card base. Get my little panel on there, and the little fox card is all done. All the supplies are listed below in the description box, and check everything out at catscrappiness.com. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Kelley Cahoot. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.